All right, let's talk about something that's trying to completely reimagine how we connect online. It's a platform called Frame, and its whole goal is to get our meetings out of that flat 2D grid we've all gotten way too familiar with. So let's dive in and see what this is all about. I mean, who hasn't felt that, right? You're just there, a face in a box, staring at other faces in boxes. Sure, it gets the job done, but it's also kind of draining. And it totally misses that natural, fluid feeling of actually being in a room with people. And that feeling, that's exactly what Frame is trying to fix. You know, this simple question from the Frame team really hits the nail on the head. It points out exactly what's missing from our remote work lives: spontaneity. You know, those little accidental, creative run-ins that happen when you share a physical space. And that's the exact problem Frame is setting out to solve. So what's the solution then? Well, it's about adding a whole new dimension. Literally, Frame brings in a shared virtual space that's always on, designed to bring back that missing feeling of presence, of actually being together when we collaborate online. The difference is pretty huge when you lay it out. On one side, you have the familiar grid of faces. It's static, it's scheduled. But on the other, you get avatars in a shared, persistent space. This creates a virtual office that's always there, which means you can have those spontaneous water cooler chats that often spark the best ideas. It's about creating a place, not just booking a time slot.
But here's the thing you might be wondering. What if your team isn't quite ready to go full avatar all the time? Well, Frame is built for that. It's flexible. It's not an all or nothing deal. You can have your normal 2D video calls right alongside the immersive 3D space, and you can switch between them with just a single click. It's really designed to meet you and your team wherever you're at.
Okay, so how does this actually work? You might be thinking a 3D space sounds super complicated, but Frame's whole philosophy is all about simplicity. They've designed the platform to be incredibly accessible with almost no barriers to just jumping right in. Getting started is honestly so straightforward. First, you create a space. You can pick from a template or even build your own. Then you invite your team with a simple link. That's it. From there, you can start collaborating right away, moving around and talking together in that shared 3D world. And maybe the key reason it's so easy is this: there are no downloads, none. It's all in their browser, so anyone can join from a computer, their phone, or even a VR headset if they want. That cross-platform support is what makes the whole experience so seamless for everyone involved. So, we've got this cool, easy-to-access virtual space. But here's where it gets really powerful. Frame has integrated a whole suite of AI tools that just supercharge your collaboration. It basically turns the space itself into an intelligent assistant for your whole team. It's like having an AI assistant in every single meeting. It can automatically summarize everything you talked about so no one gets stuck taking notes. You can also generate 3D models and images right there on the fly, which is amazing for visualizing ideas. But for global teams, the live translation feature, well, that's a total game changer. 45. Just let that sink in for a second. That's how many different languages Frame can translate in real time. This one feature just shatters communication barriers and makes true global collaboration possible. Everyone can speak in their native language, and everyone gets understood. It's just incredibly powerful stuff. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how is it actually panning out in the real world? Let's take a look at the impact Frame is already having for real organizations, because that's where you can see the true value. Let's start with education. This quote from Andrew Wright at EDU Metaverse really says it all. Imagine students not just looking at a flat picture of a human heart, but actually holding and exploring a 3D model of it together in a virtual lab. That's the kind of boundary-pushing learning Frame makes possible. And that message of being easy to use is echoed by experts like Dr. Genevieve Smith-Nunez. For new tech to really work in a classroom or a lecture hall, it just has to be simple. And Frame clearly delivers on that. And its impact isn't just in one area. People are using it for corporate meetings that feel more natural and engaging, for big global events to create real networking experiences, and of course, in education to invent entirely new ways of teaching and learning. And we're not just talking about a niche tool for tech startups. We're seeing major organizations like Coca-Cola HBC and Carrefour using this platform. That level of trust from global leaders shows that this new way of meeting is delivering real, measurable value. All right, so let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. First, Frame blends the 2D video we all know with an immersive 3D space. It does it all through a super simple browser-based platform. No downloads needed. Then it juices the whole experience with powerful AI tools for summaries, translation, and even content creation. And finally, it's already proven its impact across corporate, event, and educational worlds. At the end of the day, this is about more than just another piece of software. It's a totally new way of thinking about distance and collaboration. By removing the physical and digital walls that keep us apart, Frame opens up a whole world of new possibilities. So the real question it leaves us with is, what will you build in it?